Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Just a quick announcement, so go ahead and follow me on patreon.com/bow-and-arrow-tarot to be part of the draw for the Dreams of Gaio Tarot deck giveaway. This deck is going to be given away on August 15th by a random draw of all of my patrons over on Patreon. And all I ask for is just $1 a month donation from you all on that site to help me be able to get more of these tarot decks and oracle decks and do more unboxings and reviews and giveaways. All right. But for right now, thank you so much, and on to the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be looking at the sign of Taurus and your divine masculine, divine feminine relationship. All right, your relationship with your soulmate. All right, this is going to be part of my weekly soulmate series now. I'm still doing the weeklies on Sundays, but they're more general look on relationship outlooks and forecasts for the week for the signs. This series is specifically for those of you who are in a divine feminine, divine masculine relationship. All right. So Taurus, let's get right into your cards. Pull out your two romance angel messages and see what they have to say to you. They're telling you it's worth waiting for. All right, let's get that. There we go. All right. And they're telling you that this is certainly a past life relationship. All right, so these are the messages coming in from the romance angels for you for this week for your relationship. It may not resonate with all of you, but certainly these are beautiful cards when we're talking about a soulmate connection. At the bottom, we have forgiving and learning. So it could be that for some of you, the key to the relationship is forgiving and learning, letting go of past hurt. And so let's get right into your spread, okay? We're not going to know what that all means until we pull out your 7 cards. So let's get them out for you, Taurus, my beautiful Tauruses. I'm a Taurus rising myself. I'm a Sagittarius with a Taurus rising. I realize that I actually resonate a lot more with Taurus energy sometimes than I do Sagittarius. And I have 4 planets in Sagittarius, you know. So Taurus and Taurian energy is very strong. Any placement of it can be quite strong. So let's just see. Of course, this is for those of you with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus rising. All right, your main, oh wow, look at that, beautiful. 6 of Cups is your main card for your relationship this week. 6 of Cups is about harmony in a relationship, building memories. It's certainly the soulmate energy card. It is the card for past life relationships. I'm going to get into that in the spread. Sagittarius is coming out with Temperance. All right. That's how your person is feeling right now. They're identifying with Temperance energy. They see you and they think of the world. You represent the world to them. Certainly world energy. How do they see the relationship? They see it as a new beginning. They see it as a wonderful new beginning that is meant for them. It's beautiful spread so far. Right, Taurus? All right. Your person has 9 of Swords. Excuse me, Taurus, you have 9 of Swords. So are you worried? Are you concerned? Something bothering you about this relationship, you know, vexing you. We're going to get into this because 9 of Swords is worrying, but not for any real reason. It's more anxiety than anything, right? How you see your person, you have King of Swords. So you see them as being quite serious, right? Strong-willed, strong mind, strong communication skills. How do you see the relationship? Leo energy, strength. All right, this relationship is one that requires you to practice strength. It's bringing out the best in you, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Wands. Wow. All right. So, bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands did come out most recently for another reading. Ace of Wands is the great phallic symbol in the deck, right? So when we talk about Ace of Wands, when we're talking about relationships, right? We're talking about, sometimes it can be new relationships, but it can be an increase in passion and sexual desire certainly, right? All right, let's get right into it. Let me just talk a little bit more about this Six of Cups. I love this card. One of the reasons why this card is considered a past life energy, when you look at these two characters, they're very young, right? A young boy looks like is giving a young maiden some flowers, right? It's a gesture of love. They're in a garden with many cups around, all full of flowers. These are the many memories that you've built with this person. Right? The Six of Cups indicates those flowers, those indicate all the different memories that you've built with this person over many lifetimes. I often see these two figures as souls, young souls who have come together at the early stages of their existence, right? And they've continued to build memories throughout lifetimes, right? This is very much soulmate energy, this harmony. 6 being the number for harmony, a journey towards harmony. So this can also indicate a journey that two people take or two souls take towards harmony. Very beautiful energy. And of course, let's get right into it. Your person is identifying with temperance right now. So they are, they're feeling a lot, right? They're feeling a lot. They're almost overwhelmed, I want to say. And so they're feeling like they have to be very tempered. They're feeling like embodying this kind of energy. Temperance talks about dominion over yourself, right? Understanding yourself to such a degree that you know what sides of yourself to use at what time. It's almost like, you know, this is the 14 card. The first 4 is the major arcana is the Emperor. And if you look at it this way, the Emperor is the character who has dominion over man. He has dominion over other men. He's the leader, right? He's the great leader. Temperance, we talk about having dominion over yourself. Control of yourself, understanding yourself, right? Knowing yourself. It's different than strength, where strength is more about just controlling your baser emotions. Temperance is all about tempering your desire, tempering your ambition, tempering your forward energy, you know, applying, you know, water energy where it's needed, fire energy where it's needed, right? Having control of yourself so that you are always employing the best version of yourself in any situation. You're putting your best foot forward. How do you see yourself right now? Well, Taurus, you're a little bit anxious about this relationship. There's some worries there. And I think you're worried that what has happened in the past may happen again. 9 of Swords is having anxiety over things that haven't necessarily materialized. This is having anxiety and sleepless nights over things that you may think, that you think may possibly materialize. This is anxiety over past relationships that you're bringing into your current relationship. There's nothing to indicate that anything is going wrong here, right? There's nothing to indicate that it's going to be the same like it was with the other relationships. You just have that anxiety, and I think it's because you have such strong feelings for this individual person. For this individual, Taurus. Now, when your person sees you, what do they think of? They think of the world. I mean, literally, you are the world to them. You are the perfect mate for them. You are the one who was worth waiting for. Because the world talks about understanding that everything in your life has led up to this point. When the World card comes, it's as if you see your life from all angles and you accept all of the times, the good times and the bad times, because you understand that they were all necessary to get you to this point. And this point, you would never, you know, when the world energy, when you identify with world energy, it's kind of like, at other parts, let me explain it to you this way. At other times in your life, you may be like, you know, damn, I wish I hadn't gone through that. You know, I wish I didn't have to have gone through that. But when world energy comes up, when you identify with the world card, suddenly you don't have any regret. Like, you truly have no regret because you're so happy with where you are at. You're so sure that you are where you're supposed to be right now in your life that you wouldn't want to change anything else. Even the bad times that up until now you probably regret it, right? You don't regret them anymore. You know, it was all worth it to come to this point. And so they feel very much, and this is how they feel when they see you. So they feel very much like you were the one worth waiting for. It's beautiful. How do you see them, Taurus? You see them as King of Swords. They're very severe, they're strong, they're a leader. Now, of course, this isn't gender specific, but Taurus, this person is definitely the dominant one, I think, in the relationship. I want to say that this person is in charge, right? But you like that, Taurus. You like that. You enjoy that. You enjoy their honesty. There's a level of honesty with this individual that only the King of Swords can bring. The King of Swords takes care of things, right? They handle things. They know how to deal with things. The King of Swords has a mental strength. An ability to communicate on a level that is unparalleled, right? He's the King of Swords, the king of that sword energy, and you love that about them. I think that you know, and this is where your worry lies. You know, it's like, wow, you really don't want it to not work out with this person, right? You don't want it to be the same as it was before with other relationships. And so forgiving and learning, I wonder if forgiving and learning isn't more to do with you, Taurus, in terms of forgiving and learning that for yourself, that not all things always play out the same, that not all relationships that start off good end up badly. I can relate to that feeling, you know, because even I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a kind of, you know, your typical eternal optimist. I understand what it can be like, where I felt that feeling of like just, you know, whenever you feel like things are going to go right, they seem to go the opposite way. So you're just so scared of trusting. You know, you're just so worried because you know that the moment you trust things are going to work out, it's almost as if Murphy's Law kicks in, and they don't. But that's, you know, that's an illusion, right? That is an illusion. And at the end of the day, you know, a lot of that has to do with our intention. Now, how does your person see the relationship? They see it as the Fool. They see this as a brand new beginning, an adventure. They understand that this relationship is to a certain degree a leap of faith, but all relationships are. They want this. They want this adventure. They've been waiting for this adventure. I think they're tempering. A lot of the temperance that they're identifying with is because they don't want to scare you off. They may realize that they come across as King of Swords, which is quite severe, and so they don't want to be too harsh with you. They may be learning how to temper some of their usual modus operandi just for you because they know that you are so worth it, right? And so they're kind of even willing to adjust, to evolve, and to become a better person for you. That's what temperance is all about as well. How do you see the relationship? You see the relationship as an exercise in strength because, of course, you're already worried, right? And so, but you don't want your worry to ruin the relationship, so you're holding your head up high, right? You're like, listen, yes, I'm a little bit worried. Yes, I'm a little bit scared that this is going to fall apart, but you know what? I'm not going to give in to that. I'm not going to give in to, like, you know, low self-esteem, paranoia, jealousy, envy. You know what I mean? All of these things that come out of fear, right? Those are the type of baser emotions that come out of fear. And that's what we learn in the eight, the major arcana 8, which is the strength card. We learn how to deal with that, right? And so you, Taurus, very much are dealing with that because you realize this relationship to a certain degree with this particular individual is teaching you how to do that. It could be that for some of you, Taurus, this was a kind of lesson in a way that you needed to learn. And it could also be that any relationship, soulmate relationship, was going to require you to do that. Just as your person is willing to temper themselves for you, you are willing to now deal with some of the emotions that maybe before have stopped you or have stopped relationships from working out. You're willing this time to make the effort. The sexual attraction is off the hook. That's all I can say. It's really off the hook. And so what are we talking about in terms of this reading for this week, right? Why has this reading come up? I think it's come up specifically for some of you Tauruses who are resonating with this, not to worry. Okay, this is a message for you not to worry about it, not to fall into despair about past relationships and apply that to this relationship, this is a different relationship. This is a relationship that was worth waiting for, and your person does have an extreme amount of affection for you. I think they feel very much the same as you do, in a sense that they want this relationship very much. And so try not to worry, okay, Taurus? Try not to worry. Try not to let your fears and doubts come in and ruin something that is otherwise a beautiful relationship. If you need to maybe do some shadow work about some of the things that you've been through prior to this relationship, because again, I think there is some forgiving and learning that needs to happen for you, Taurus, in terms of yourself. Maybe forgive yourself, maybe forgive some of the mistakes you've made in the past, so that you can go forward with this relationship without feeling like at any moment you're going to get some kind of karmic, you know, payback, or something's going to happen. You know what I mean? Try to enjoy, you know, the beginning of this relationship. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is in its early stages, this relationship. All right, let's get your 3 cards spread out. That's going to wrap this up for the week. All right, we have 3 of Pentacles, works. So interesting, mastership and works. It could be for some of you that getting together with your soulmate and working on a project or working on a common goal, maybe just what you needed to kind of bring you two together. You have 4 of Pentacles, which indicates greed or miserliness. All right, so for some of you, that's interesting that that's coming up. And then we have 7 of Pentacles. Again, reviewing your goals, your progress so far, you know. So this is coming up. Interesting. Now, it could be 9 of Swords. Some of you worried because of money? Are some of you worried because perhaps your money situation isn't where you wanted it to be? Your abundance isn't where you want it to be? We have the final 3 cards are all Pentacles. So it could be that some of you are worried because your status, right? Maybe your financial status is not where you'd like for it to be, and perhaps you're concerned that this is going to have an effect on your relationship, right? It could be that your person has more abundance than you do, and so you're worried about that, right? Perhaps you're worried about that stability that they have, that they don't want to share it, that they don't understand where you're coming from. 3 of Pentacles also talks about works, right? So coming together, working with like-minded individuals, right? For some of you, I think that you just generally have, and Taurus, I know for Taurus as well, like working and making money and things like that's very important. And so when things aren't going well in that area, it can have a knock-on effect on all other areas of your life, including your relationships, right? And so right now, it could be very much that a lot of this 9 of Swords isn't at all, you know, it's to do with your person, but it's also just to do with your own level of anxiety, with your own level of progress, with your funds, with your finances. Some of you may be in the middle of trying to get some work together, get some increased work together, right? Right? Because 3 of Pentacles is like when people come to you to work on projects with them, or if you're an artist, they come and commission art from you, right? So for some of you Tauruses, you're very busy with trying to get your shit, you know, off the ground, get your business going, stack your coin. And you're concerned, you're worried about it. You're worried about the lack of your, because 4 of Pentacles is it's greed here. Before being the number for stability, it's a desire to be stable financially. And I think for some of you, this financial stability is very important in order for you to feel comfortable with this relationship. All right, you're having a 7, and then of course you're having a 7 of Pentacles, which is progress. Like, do you know, are you where you want to be financially right now? It could be that this relationship that you're having, this new soulmate connection, is making you realize that you want more for your life, or that you want different things for your life, right? And so you're starting to have like a reevaluation of your progress so far in terms of, are you where you want to be? Have you reached your goals, right? At this point in your life, it's quite interesting that they've used a little bit of that Dali-esque clock, you know, the clock melting, That's taken from, and even in the back you can see there's a bit of a, this is very much like Salvador Dali work, you know, very surreal, as kind of homage to his artwork, which I really love. You can see here the lobster phone again, you know. So this is quite beautiful, but it just talks about the illusion of time and sometimes how our goals can be illusory, in that, you know, we think we want them one moment and then the next moment we realize that that's not what we want at all. And so, yeah, for some of you, it's about the money. It's about the progress of your career. And, you know, for some of you, it's certainly having a knock-on effect on your relationship. But nevertheless, don't worry. Continue to work on this. If you want to talk to your partner about it, then talk to your partner about these particular issues that are concerning you, because these issues really don't have much to do with them. These are more your issues in terms of how you feel about yourself and how you're feeling about your progress in life and what you have accomplished. Okay? And it could be as well for some of you, you are feeling like this because you may be with someone who is more in your eyes accomplished or has more abundance in your eyes. Talk to them about it. You know, express these feelings, because your person loves you very much. Your person sees you and is just enamored. So, you know, if you're thinking that your financial issues are something that's going to keep them away, it probably isn't. It's probably a concern that's more, that you're more worried about than your person is. All right, Taurus, I'm going to call it. This is your August 7th to 14th soulmate reading forecast for the week for your relationship with your divine feminine or your divine masculine connection. All right, if this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share. If it didn't resonate, please enjoy throwing it away. All right, not all messages are for all of those born under that sign. And please do look at the other signs in your natal chart and in your person's natal chart as for cross watchers. But for right now, I'm just going to say I love you so much, Taurus, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.